Hi, let's work together to bring peace to core level anxiety. Let's just begin with breath. And if you could join me, I'm going to say my name out loud. If you could just say your name out loud. I am Mark. I am Mark. I am Mark. I'm not my mother. I'm not my father. I am Mark. I'm not my siblings. I'm not other people. I am Mark. Wonderful. Let's just breathe into that. And we're going to work with aspects of ourselves. So let's just take in a breath and identify our adult selves. I'm a powerful adult. I am Mark. I am my adult self. Wonderful. And let's enter a space of prayer. Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, Archangels and Ascended Masters, for the perfect guidance, clarity, and peace that's here for us right now. Thank you for being strong and present with us, and thank you to the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, and guardian angels. We thank you for this opportunity for deep clarity, deep peace, and deep soothing of anything that might be a core wound. Let's just breathe into that. And just breathing into the you who's here right now is your adult self, being your adult self. And your adult self can solve problems. Your adult self can bring peace. Let's just breathe into that knowledge. Breathe into that truth. Wonderful. So we're going to work with and notice three aspects of our child selves. The wounded child, which might be on our right side, right next to our bodies. The compliant child, which is the social aspect of us, the part of us that gets by in the world. That might be in front of us, like maybe 5-10 feet away. And then to the left, maybe 10 feet away, is the critical child, the defiant child. And that tends to echo the voice of the ego. So let's just take in a breath and just notice this. Wounded child, defiant child, compliant child. Let's just breathe into that dynamic, that triangle, and noticing your adult self being the one who's noticing this dynamic. So when we have a lot of anxiety, typically what is happening is the defiant child, the critical child, is pounding on the wounded child, just telling them they suck, that they're worthless, and they're no good. So as the adult, we want to interrupt that. And we interrupt that in a way which is basically physical, which is to move your body so the wounded child and the defiant child can't see each other. And we're going to spend a moment talking to the wounded child. I'm just going to speak out loud, like I'm talking to my wounded child self. And if you just hear that for yourself and for your wounded child, just take in a breath. I love you so much. I really admire and respect how sensitive you are, how creative you are, and how wondrous you find the world. And I want you to relax and let me take care of everything that is adult. And I want you to do one very special thing, which is to go play. I want you to play and be a child and just have fun, to create, to be magical, and to relax. I'll handle everything, and everyone is supporting you. So just take in a breath. And we'll let that happen. Let's just breathe and just notice how that feels for you. Good, wonderful. So we're going to let this child go play and recognize that their needs are met by you, the adult. So let's breathe into that. We'll spend a moment talking to the critical child. So this is not about telling them to, go away or go to hell or anything like that. It's very simply acknowledging where they are. So let's just take in a breath. And to the defiant child, the critical child, we'll simply say, I know you're pissed off. I know you're mad. I know you have a lot of things to be mad about. I'm going to handle everything that's adult. And I know that you are absolutely exhausted, and I want you to go take a nap. I'll take care of everything. I'll take care of everything well. So I want you to relax, be at peace, and just take a nap. Let's just take in a breath. this is a moment where we could use our spiritual skill and just call in love. Let's just breathe into unconditional love. And perhaps even adding, thank you, angels, for surrounding me and every aspect of myself with absolute love, with unconditional love. So just breathe in. So this space where you are, where I am, is filled with love. That there is love for the wounded child, there is love for the defiant child, and love in between you. And we'll include the compliant child with that. Let's just breathe into that. And just notice how that feels. That we are changing our environment. We are influencing our environment. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for surrounding me with unconditional love right now. Let's just breathe into that bigness. So we are working with acknowledgement, healing through acknowledgement. I know you're upset. I know you're pissed off. Let's talk to the compliant child, the social face, basically. Let's just take in a breath. And to the compliant child, I know you've done such a good job getting by, and I know you're exhausted. I invite you to take off all the masks and let me handle everything adult, and I want you to go take a nap. Let's just breathe into that. Let's just breathe into feeling how dynamic you are as an adult. That you can solve problems, that you see things, that you have experience, that you have wisdom, and mainly that we have spiritual muscle, that we have the ability to call in help. So let's call in even more help. Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, Archangels and Ascended Masters, for showering all of us right now with complete peace. Thank you for this peaceful planet. Thank you for everyone on this planet thriving together. We choose to release opposition. We choose to release insecurity. We choose to release the core wounds of humanity: persecution, punishment, the desire to punish, our habit of punishing others, guilt, shame, and remorse. We choose right now peace. We choose to inhabit a world that is based on peace and love. And we allow that to be simple and to be truthful and to be generous. We allow ourselves to be generous with kindness, with fluidity, and with love. Let's just breathe in. So we're claiming even more what we want, and we could just add to that. Thank you for all of us experiencing fluid abundance, perfect abundance of finances, ideas, creativity, fulfillment, peace of mind, and joy. Thank you for everything in our lives right now that might feel tenuous or fractious to be made whole. We thank you for blessing all of our relationships, all of our communications with love and peace. And we allow good things to happen. We welcome more love, more harmony, more peace, and more joy. Let's just breathe into that. Wonderful. Good. So let's just notice what's here. So we've changed this dynamic between wounded child and compliant and defiant child. They're taking a nap. They're taking a nap. This kid's going to go play. So just breathe and feel the room that creates for you, the adult. And what's different in that space. Let's just breathe into that. Good. So the angels are buzzing my ear, which is one of the ways that they get my attention. So just take in a breath. And what do you guys want us to know? Let's just breathe into just a flood of love. This is Saint Germain. A flood of love, a flood of support. And Saint Germain working with the violet flame. Let's just let him saturate your current environment, my current environment, our environments with unconditional love. So thank you, Saint Germain, for filling this room with love, the room with everyone who's watching this video, be that a room, a car, a house, nature, wherever it is, a subway, filling that space with love. Thank you for filling our entire structures with love wherever we are, and the surroundings, the property with love. Thank you for there being grace and peace right now. And we allow things to change. We allow good things to happen. We allow ourselves to take charge of our lives and to work in concert with our guides and angels for the highest possible good of ourselves and for humanity. Let's just breathe into that. So we're dropping out of something here. We're dropping out of anxiety. We're dropping out of kind of not knowing what to do and taking action. And be this something we do every single day or every few days or weekly or monthly, whatever it is. Let's just very simply just know that there's a dynamic here. This is psychology in action, but using our spirituality and with our knowledge of psychology to make things better, to recognize that we all have a wounded child. And no matter what our childhood was like, be it dramatic or be it calm, that we have these different wounds that happen. And it's okay to acknowledge the different aspects of ourselves, but mainly coming to a space where it is our adult self who leads the way. That is not so modeled in America, especially right now. And it's safe for us to be the adult and to recognize that adults can do anything, including to choose peace. So I thank you so much for sticking around for 11 minutes and to share this experience together. I'm so grateful for this wonderful moment of clarity and companionship and connection. So thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, Archangels and Ascended Masters, for this wonderful day, for this wonderful peace, and for all the joy and love that's here for us right now. We indeed choose peace. We choose love. We choose living on a peaceful planet during this time of wonderful change where good things happen. And we thank Saint Germain, we thank Archangel Michael, we thank all the angels and guides and Joan of Arc, who's been floating around this whole time. We thank you all for your wonderful help and the clarity that is here. And with this and for this week, quite simply, we also honor the different aspects of ourselves, our adult selves, adolescent selves, wounded child self, compliant child self, critical child self. We honor all aspects of ourselves. And with this and for this, we quite simply and lovingly ask for this or something better right now in all directions of time. And so it is. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.